a
Ty-
lot.
Tyler, how did Blue Lock turn out?
Oh man, I'm still going in. Blue Lock had a twist into it after the first section
Hmm.
that was like in the first section they had me going, man, how are they gonna keep this up the whole time? And then they added a twist into it. I was like, oh, that's how they're gonna keep it going.
You know what?
I don't think the twist is for everybody.
I'm mixed on the show, because I really like sports shonen, and this is like the anti-sports shonen where it's like actually fuck teammates. It's all about you. Let's be. It's like early Attack on Titan. It's even from the same magazine as Attack on Titan. But for sports shows, it's like I don't know if this is my vibe, but I
It's
really like the
definitely
art,
Yeah, it's definitely not the same as other sports anime. Um
and I'm glad actually.
this
There's room for that to be explored. It's just not necessarily for me.
Yeah, but I will say the one thing that this show does have going for it is nonstop hype. Every episode in this first season has been a banger. It's nonstop. It's nonstop action.
Can you spoil the twist for me? I think I need it.
Um, so how the premise? All right, so this is going to be spoilers for anybody listening from here on out. So how the premise goes is there are like 250 athletes at Blue Lock, and they have teams W, X, Y, and Z like playing in this tournament to try and survive.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what's going on in like two other buildings or three other buildings, and the two other
Technically, there's
buildings.
26 teams, one for each alphabet letter.
Yeah. So, like some of the like in the other buildings are also trying to survive and doing this same type of gauntlet tournament. And I'm like, man, they're really going ham in this tournament and they're like trying really hard. And I'm like, how is the like manga gonna create newer, better characters for like the rest of like the other
So
buildings and everything? How are they
let
gonna
me stop you there. Is the twist that hey, this 26 team was only part of one fourth of the entire Blue Lock system, and there's other 26 teams going?
what do you mean?
Like there, I'm imagining there's multiple Blue Locks going on at the same time for other countries or something, and that's how they could expand it.
Oh, no.
Maybe in the future, I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's that they were introduced and said that there was 26 teams going on in this one. The actual twist is that there's only five teams. There's not 250 people there. There's only like there was only like 80 people there, and they've already cut them down to like half. So there's like only 40 people left in Blue Lock.
Oh, that's weird. That's like the opposite of like how is this manga gonna keep going? It's like oh, we're gonna end soon. Actually,
Yeah, like it's gonna keep going. They've introduced some side characters that I think are going to bring it into the real world after they're done with Blue Lock. Like, I want it to get into real world soccer, but they've introduced the main antagonist right after they did the twist. Um, and like, we've seen, so right now, they're in the second stage. So, like, all the twos in like the three-digit numbers have been replaced. So, like, the main character went from like 44 to like 15. Um, and so, like in the second part, they have to do like drills and stuff that get progressively harder. And so, like they either get better at these drills and like survive and move on, or they just don't even get to like past the warm up phase.
yeah.
Um,
I guess a good way to describe Blue Lock, and we might have said this before, it's a battle royale made into a sport,
Soccer anime,
basically. Yeah,
yeah.
which is interesting.
Um, so what's currently going on now is they have to manually form teams of three, um like a team of three based on the people who completed the warm-up exercise. And it's like whoever comes through, it's like you can pick whoever you want, you don't have to join anybody, but then you have to go on and compete in a 3v3 match, and whoever loses a teammate and has to go backwards. And so they only have two people, and they have to pick a third. They have to play against another group of two people again. They have to play against another
Oh, that's
2v2
cool.
team and like steal a person to
I
move
think what's
back to the
interesting
3v3
about that
stage.
is like you've now pared down the characters, and you're gonna see a lot of familiar faces and get to flesh them out. So that's cool.
Yes, yeah. So I'm really like it's like that is the good part of sports anime, where we get more in depth on each character and we get to
Yeah.
see them growing, and that's the arc we're in.
Sports manga and anime are actually just the vehicles for the best characterization in anything.
Yeah, in Kuroko style, we've met the big three.
The
Like,
generation of miracles.
Yeah, we're at the generation of miracles, and we met the number 1, 2, and 3 players. They are just crazy people. Like, not like at the game of soccer. No, they're just insane people.
Oh yeah, no, that's a given the writing style of the story. I knew they'd be insane.
Oh yeah, and they're not like, only the number 1 guy is like, oh, soccer is life. But the other
Football
two guys,
is life.
yeah, he's like football is life. He's like, or death.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 guys are just straight up good anime tropes to have in those slots. I'm digging it. I'm really excited for this arc because the author created a scenario where the main character is allowed to lose more than once.
Yeah, that is good actually.
I like
Because because we mentioned it was like a battle royale, so you run into this problem where it's like, yeah, well the character needs to win a lot more than lose to progress, but we're now in this point, it looks like, where he's gonna take some L's and have to grow.
Yeah, like we were watching an episode and I forgot to finish it, and Cirquette was like, "Hey, you finished it?" I was like, "I thought I had, but I didn't," and then she spoiled the end for me, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't see this coming." And I was like, "Oh no, like I predicted exactly what was going to happen this episode." Like, because that's just like, it's really good writing. Like, even because it's predictable doesn't mean it's bad, Like, I was very entertained.
A good writing will guide your hips to their location in a natural way.
Yeah. The animation is fucking lit. They have some nice mixed in shitty 3D animation in some parts, and I'm a
really
big
like
fan
the
of
art
that.
style for sure, and the character designs are good too.
It's an anime where it doesn't have a lot of like still frame shots, and I'm a fan of those.
Yeah,
like,
it's
I'll
kinetic.
take 3D animation. Yeah, I'll take 3D animation over still frame shots any day.
Well, hold on, no, I wouldn't go that far.
I like shitty 3D animation. It's entertaining to me. I look at them and I go, "Oh, look at how shitty those guys look."
Bradley, we are talking to a man who hasn't struggled before.
God.
He doesn't know what it's like to be Berserk 2016.